Mustard Knuckle.
Hello everybody, Mustard Knuckle back again. Going out with Germany now, Panzer II F. Cool little tank. This thing is my new favorite, my new fave. Guys, we're gonna do gameplay, history, tips, just like always. If you like that kind of stuff, all non-premium vehicles, and let's see if we can take this guy out. Subscribe, and you'll see more videos like this. Some go deeper into the history than others. Depends on how much time we have, how fast the game goes, whether we get a partner like we have here. Looks like we're gonna be able to work together. We're in similar vehicles, and he's my squad mate because he's green. So maybe he'll see me green and think I'm gonna work with that guy. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe, and we're gonna keep putting them out 3-4 a week, every week, all the time. So that's it. So let's see. The Panzer. This Panzer II. This version was the F version. F version had improved armor over the early versions. Some cool things about this. See right behind the turret there, that little triangle ridge thing? There's one in the front too. See it right there? Behind the turret? So it's there to protect the horizontal turret ring so that bullets and things can't go down in there and jam it up or damage it. Pretty simple solution. A lot of solutions like that on these German tanks. Cool thing about this, for its time period, they started developing this in the mid-30s. They went with welded hull. Here we go. They went with the welded construction instead of riveted, and saved weight that way. This thing only weighs maybe 18,000 pounds, I think. 20, maybe. 30 millimeters of armor. One thing to think about when you're playing with this, like right there, I had 2 rounds left. So if I drove all over the place, got set up to shoot somebody, clicked to pull the trigger, and then only 2 rounds come out, that's not good for me. So try to pay attention down there on the bottom left and make sure that you got a good full magazine or whatever in there so that you can be ready to actually fire at these guys when you come across them. I got burned by that before. I'm sure I'll get burned by it. Oh, sweet air. I'm sure I'll get burned by that again. We're coming around the back of these guys. This is working out perfect. See right there. Uh-oh. So now we got to reload. About 4 seconds. Okay, good. Somebody else got him. So see, there's my squad mate. What we did was, sorry, I was talking about something else, but we came around. I saw that those guys were looking at him, so that helps me because I know where they're looking. I know what he's shooting at, and I can come around the backside of him because we're pretty fast, 25 knots or so, and we can come around, keep moving, get behind those guys, and they don't stand a chance. 20 millimeter gun on this thing, 600 shots a minute, I think. Pretty fast. But they started developing this thing in the 30s, and this ended up being the main light tank all the way through the war for Germany. The Panzer II in all the different variants and everything. Nobody could come up with anything better in the time frame. They started developing the larger Panzers, 3 and 4, and that kind of took precedent over developing a new light tank, because this was, I guess, serviceable, and that's the way they looked at it. Now, one of the things about this, when they designed it, it was never designed to go tank on tank, but this is War Thunder, right? So what else do we do? I mean, I could take an airplane with it, maybe, but this was originally designed for artillery emplacements to just lay in on them and destroy them, and that way that would allow the troops to advance, and so that was the idea behind the whole thing. Like I said, though, yeah, they couldn't. Nothing was come up with that could really supersede this. The cupola on top there, I think that was new on the later models. I don't think the early models of the Panzer II had that commander cupola. I don't know how you say it. The thing where they can see out. Didn't have that on the early versions, but that was something that was added later. The track configuration, the rollers, and the road wheels, they changed a lot of different formulas on that, suspension-wise and everything. to decide what was going to work the best. And this was one of the later designs with the larger road wheels instead of the small ones with the different kind of suspension on there. So let's see if we can help this guy out. Nice. It's really effective in the game. It's a lot of fun to play with the speed, and so just clear the gun out, get a reload. Had one shot left. That's not what you want to go into a fight with, just one shot. Let's see. None of these guys. But one of the other interesting things about this, only had 140 horsepower, and they never changed that all the way through. It was a Daimler engine, so a Mercedes engine basically. Oh. Yeah. And you see where it sits off to the right side. Then there's a drive line up to the transmission in the front. And what they did was they put a fake, they just kind of slapped it on the front, a fake viewport. So the enemy, if they didn't know any better, would think that's where the driver was. So they'd be shooting at what would be the right side of the tank. If you're looking forward from inside the tank, it'd be the right side. They'd shoot there thinking that's where the driver is. There's nothing over there. So the driver would keep driving. Pretty smart little trick the Germans had there. We're gonna get a repair, get our drive line back. Nobody's dead, so that's good. Only a crew of 3 in here, so you don't have too much to lose. So basically, with any tank that has speed, hey, there's our buddy again. There we go, finish him, we'll help each other out. So he and I have been circling around together this whole game, kind of swinging out and coming back, and it's working out really well. Let's see how we can do. Maybe we can go over here and get a... What do we got? We got somebody back into our left. Try to get behind them, maybe. Looks like he's headed that way too. He and I need to back each other up because we're not really equipped to stand any kind of chance as I turn away. Let's see if we can do anything about these guys. So, one thing to try to do is use your speed to get a side shot. If you can get a side shot, there we go. That's the best way. That's really almost the only way. Uh-oh. Right in the engine. See, now I think I said 3 shots there, and I am... I'll get to 7, 8. Oh, speaking of this gun, this is about the biggest round this thing could stand up to. So if you are using this... Oh, I'm out of ammo. Okay. I need to go... Where's the cap point? Okay, I need to go back to B and sit there. 7.92 is about the biggest round that this armor... At least the early armor. I bet this later armor at 30 millimeters is much better now that I'm thinking about it. But the early versions of this did not have very good armor at all. But since we're in the F model, it does a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to tell the team what I'm doing if anybody cares. Let's see. Okay, our buddy's still behind us, but he's got some support there. What's this guy shooting? I can't do anything. I mean, I'm like completely useless right now. I took it out. I mean, we're full. We're full of ammo. There's just not much I can do. The beauty, look how fast it reloads on this thing. I don't know if I want to get another crew member. I guess I will. Let's just do it. Okay, let's see. How are we doing? We got 2 points. This is a back and forth game. This is a really good game. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's see. And... try to find them. Man, I love just firing this gun. The cool thing about it too is you can just unload in the general direction and try to get some hits. Whereas like on a normal tank, if you have a 50 caliber, it has a different trajectory than the cannon round. So if you're shooting your 50 caliber gun and you hit them, you can't just put your cannon on that spot because it's got a different trajectory. So it's hard to say whether it's actually going to hit or not. Let's see if we can, speaking of hitting, let's see if we can hit anything with this. And... he's moving. That's pretty unlikely. Oh well. This thing looks like a passenger. Looks like a DC-2 to me. I don't know what it was based on. Ooh. Nothing to hit over here. Doesn't it? I really feel like it looks like a DC-2 with the belly on it. But anyway, so let's see. What else about this tank that is interesting. I mean, one of the most interesting things to me is just the it's the longevity of it. I mean, this thing started in the mid-30s. They built almost 2,000 of them, and it lasted all the way through the war as the main battle tank, light tank, which I just thought was amazing that it lasted that long on its own and just kept on going, making variant after variant. Let's see. He just shoot. He's trying to get my attention, I guess. Let's see. Here we go. We'll help him out here. There we go. Teammates, squad mates, as assigned by War Thunder, stick together, right? Everybody sticks together with their squad mate, right? I think. So let's see. Variants on this thing. So the Panzer chassis was the basis of tons of tanks for Germany. It was kind of the foundation for a ton of different tanks, but one of the main ones was the Martyr, the Martyr II. They built 744 versions all the way throughout the war, and that was built on this chassis. Now the Martyr, for those of you guys that hadn't seen it yet or don't know, it's basically a big gun, 76 millimeter gun. I think it was a Soviet gun, actually. I don't even think it was a German. I don't know, but I think it was a Soviet gun. They mounted that on top of this and put up this big shield. Oh wow, this guy made it easy. Oh, I didn't get credit for that. Oh, the game's over. Well, anyway, we'll go back into the Martyr later. Let's see, what did I do? 5 kills. This thing's an assist master. 7 assists, 35 hits. 3rd place on the team. I'll take that. That'll work. But this thing, you'll be getting tons of assists. If you can get a side shot, then that's great, because you can just keep loading out the side and just go left and right and finish it off. But anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up. If you like it, like I said, subscribe. Turn on notifications. We'll be putting these out 3-4 times a week. Good luck. Have fun. We'll see you in the next one.